What is up, my beautiful Virgonians? I don't even know if that's a word. I hope you are doing well, my beautiful Virgos. This reading is for all of you, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Even if you don't have Virgo in your chart, I do trust that there is a message in this reading for you if it found you. So let's go ahead, without further ado, just jump right into it. Personal readings are down in the description box and the pinned comment if you guys are interested in one-on-one personal readings. And yeah, just take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else. So I did pull your Astral Oracle. We're going to do general and love. So we're starting off with general energies, and I pulled your Astral Oracle cards, as I always do. First card that came out was the North Node. I was meditating on your energy, and this is card number 34, Future. This card has been coming out, I want to say, for the past like 4 or 5 readings, sign readings that I've done. So there is something very significant about the collective consciousness finding their purpose, their passion, and ultimately where they're meant to head. Also, of course, the North Node is currently in the sign of Pisces, so this could be very significant too. A lot of people are finding their spiritual path. And when I was meditating on this energy for you, it was coming through as you... I'm feeling a block in the throat chakra. That's so weird. I was trying to get the words out and they weren't coming out. But it's like you're coming to this realization that you were almost in denial about, and this could have something to do with your childhood. It could have to do with your parents, your upbringing, or it could also have to do with just like internal shadows and struggles that you've been working through, but you're overcoming that. Also, something about health problems was coming through, but we're going to touch on that in just a moment. The second card that came out, just moving on here, we have the IC root, card number 38. Some of you guys could be 38 years old. Some of you are life path 7. You know, the IC is the lowest point in the birth chart. So there is something here about like your roots, where you come from. It's also not only where you come from, but it's what you make for yourself. So the home that you come from, but also the home you make for yourself. And there's something that's tied into like your purpose here, that's tied into like the aspect of home. I'm getting heavy Cancerian energy or Cancerian vibes. So something about a maternal figure could be significant, but we're actually getting both Cancer and Leo energy here, or Sun and Moon energy here. So there could be something about like a parenting dynamic. I don't know if this is you being a parent or if it has to do with your parents. We'll dive deeper when we clarify. We also have Jupiter Abundance card here, card number 23. I'm also getting life path 5 or the 5th. This could also be May. Let's go ahead and start clarifying though. Bottom of the deck, I did have the 6th house, Cancer, and the Sun. So there was also this aspect of like coming to terms with some of the emotional depths you've been swimming in the last few years. And I don't even know why I want to say the last few years, but I feel like this is something you've been kind of navigating and almost in denial about. Some of you guys want to be stay-at-home moms, or you want to do something and work from home or be a business owner from home. And you were in denial about that. You didn't think that you could get the abundance or the stability that you wanted doing what you love or what you feel called to do. But let's clarify. The Lovers card, big Gemini energy there, Virgo. Okay, another Mercurial energy. Interesting. The World. This is an interesting energy. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the 7 of Pentacles. Let's see. I'm just meditating on this energy, guys. So if I'm not saying anything, I'm trying to channel what the messages are. Funny, as I'm saying that, the Page of Swords pops out and clarifies it more. So I feel like you're being sent some sort of sign or divine message. Something about crows or ravens could be significant for you. You could also be getting some sort of text message, email, or a message from someone. And I don't know if this is somebody trying to share their opinion with you about what you should be doing or what they think about your situation. Something like they're butting their nose in where it doesn't belong. It could even be about a romantic partnership. So that's going to be for a select few of you. Just because the Lovers card is here, But ultimately, I feel like you have some sort of decision on the table to make, and it could involve ending one cycle of your life. I'm not here to make that decision for you. I'm just going to tell you what the cards read as, but we do have the World card here, and the World card is about ending, success, completions. And then we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, but you need to make some sort of call, some sort of judgment call. I feel like you're having an awakening, but you're in denial about it because it goes against the norm. It goes against what traditional societal expectations will expect of you, and it's causing you a lot of anxiety, insomnia, sleepless nights, worry. You're especially worried financially. So I don't know, you're being called to move or pivot. I'm seeing like literally the scene from Friends, and I wasn't even a person. I didn't love the show Friends. I'm not like a huge fanatic, but I'm seeing that scene of them trying to move the couch around the around the stairs. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're younger, you probably won't. Let's just keep going here. Virgo, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. There's something coming in. Now, it might not come in as fast as you want it to come in because it is the Ace of Pentacles. It's Earth. It's going to move the slowest, but it's also going to be the most rewarding in the end. Six of Pentacles. You could be able to give back. This is an oddly specific message. Giving back to your family. It doesn't even necessarily have to be financially or like materially, but you're able to give back in some way. And I'm getting this message of giving back to your family. It could be your own family, or it could be your parents, or both. Like you're able to not only provide for your own family, but you're able to give back to your parents in the way that they provided to you, like provided for you, through this new beginning that's coming in. And the Eight of Cups, yeah, there's something tied in with your emotions. Something has not been emotionally fit for you, and you've known this. And something about this Leo season is significant, or is going to lead you to make some sort of choice, or it's going to force you to have to make some sort of choice. Also lean on people in your community. So I don't know if that's leaning on a romantic partnership, a friend, people that do similar lines of work, or people that inspire you. There's something here about like an alliance that could be formed, potentially like a future business partner. Something about a library is coming through. I don't know why. So you could meet somebody at a library, or there could be some sort of bond that's connected to a library. Let's get advice, and then we will move on to love. I'm trying to keep these shorter, but it never works out. Seven of Cups, yeah, a decision. You're confused. It's okay. But the key with the Seven of Cups is to follow your heart, because you have a lot of options on the table, and you're thinking of every scenario that could go wrong, that could go right. What if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? But the key to it, especially during Leo season, is to follow your heart chakra. The Moon card here, a lot of your fears, your subconscious, your shadow are being illuminated and mirrored back to you, and that's okay. Piscean or Cancerian energy again. I feel like you're in a rather vulnerable emotional stage in your life. 808 on my timer. That could be an angel number or a confirmation for some of you. But there's been like some conflict around you or disagreements around you, and you want to bring things back into balance, and you want peace, but ultimately you want stability. So you have to make a decision and tune out the noise. Keep your blinders on. Like, keep looking forward to what you want. It's okay if you... Five of Swords. It's okay if you have to take a loss in order to ultimately gain something. Because I feel like a small loss that you could take... Hopefully this is making sense for you, but the small loss you could take is very minimal to the abundance that is about to enter. So yeah, you might feel like you're losing out, or you're not initially making more money or something like that, or you're not initially where you're ultimately meant to be, but that's coming. So use your discretion and your intuition. We're gonna move on to love for you, Virgo. If you're watching on TikTok, you go ahead and hop over to my YouTube. Personal readings for astrology and tarot can be found down in the description box in the pinned comment, Virgo. And thank you so much for being here. I very much do appreciate it. And I love you all so much. If you aren't a part of the fam, go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below how this resonates with you. It really does help my channel out, and I love to hear from you guys. I do read all of my comments. Whew, okay, Virgo, what is going on in the love department? All right, let me just channel this energy here for you, Virgo. This card came out. Oh, my deck is reversed though, so okay. Virgo, in love. Three of Pentacles. Interesting. Knight of Swords. Why do I get this energy of somebody trying to, again, it kind of came through in the general portion, but somebody's like trying to project their opinion of your relationship. Like they're projecting something internally from within themselves. Obviously, that's what a projection is, but they're projecting something like their disapproval or something. And there's that Lover's card with the Empress and the Page of Pentacles. Justice card. I don't know what this is. This is weird. Because I can't figure out if you guys are in a connection or not. Or if there's some sort of separation, divorce. So we also have the Star card here, Aquarian energy. Might just have to start clarifying because this isn't... Let me just meditate on this for a moment. Somebody's trying to disrupt your peace. Eight of Wands. My finger split the deck at the Devil card. The Temperance card and the Death card. That's so weird. The Temperance is sandwiched between the Death and the Devil. Maybe somebody's trying to make peace or heal something or mend something. Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing. Was somebody lying to you? I feel like somebody was lying to you and now they're trying to come back and make up for it or mend the situation. This could also be somebody else like butting into your connection or your relationship. I don't know if there was an ending. It does kind of look like there was an ending, but it also feels like there's still an energetic pull to try and heal things. But there's a lot of things that need to be navigated here. The Devil card and the Death card with the Temperance card in between with the Seven of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody's trying to mend something or to make something better, but the other person, whom I'm assuming is you with this Four of Pentacles, is a little closed off to it. You could be focused on work, your money, your finances. There could also be children involved here. My finger split the deck at the Devil again. I cannot make this up. This is a bizarre love reading. I'm not going to lie, Virgo. Queen of Wands and the Two of Swords. There could also have been a disconnection, like passionately or with, you know, mexy time. Page of Wands. I'm getting a sense of immaturity too from this person. King of Swords. It's like this person's coming in trying to make up for either some sort of deception, lying, cheating, stealing, or possibly just ruthless, immature behavior, but they're getting stopped in their tracks. I feel like this King of Swords is you. I mean, there's really no battle between the Knight and the King. The King is going to win. I feel like your energy is the King. And you're kind of ready to slap them with some truth. Like either shape up or get the hell out, right? Because you ultimately are trying to aim for the star. And you might even want the star for them as well. Hope, healing. There was possibly some sort of tower moment, some sort of falling out, something that came crumbling down because it wasn't built on a solid foundation, probably caused by the Seven of Swords energy we were talking about, lying, cheating, stealing. So even if it was like a little white lie, like lying doesn't fly with me. I don't know about you, Virgo, but you don't strike me as the type of energy that likes lying. But little white lies just, they irritate me so much. And I have a Virgo Venus, so I totally understand. Page of Cups. I just got the image of like somebody like leaving little things on the floor or not putting their shoes away when they're done with them, or like, you know, not picking up their underwear or their socks on the ground. that could have led to some sort of argument. Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. And my fingers split the deck at the Page of Swords. I cannot make this up. And it's not making sense to me today. But so we have all the pages out. It's like you know what your worth is and you're not going to settle for less, which is beautiful of you, Virgo. So if this person is coming back trying to mend something, trying to mend some sort of wrong that they've taken, lying, cheating, stealing, or some sort of argument that happened within the connection, you're not going to take the BS anymore, which I think is beautiful. You know what? What is this person's energy? Four of Cups. Sometimes the Four of Cups can be about boredom. So they need, yeah, that's what I thought. I was literally about to say they need more passion. They need more of a spark within the connection. So maybe you guys have been in a relationship for a long time and they need more excitement. I mean, I'm not excusing their behavior, but I'm just reading their energy on their behalf. Maybe they need more smexy time. They could also be like somewhat of a hard worker. It's funny because my hand split the deck at the Three of Swords. Whatever it is, this broke your heart. This was very painful for you. I have the feeling that you guys live together, you're married, but you felt very alone in the connection, or you feel very alone in the connection, which isn't good. I think that reconnecting with them, if this is something that you're open to, would be beneficial for you both. Going back out on date nights, you know, spicing things up, getting the passion hot and heavy again, eliminating things that have just created more tension. Divorce could have been on the table or could be on the table. I don't see that benefiting any of you though. So let's get advice for my beautiful Virgos. It seems like a very tense situation, but I think it's not like super dark and sinister and there's no coming back from it type of energy. It just seems like, you know, there's been some mistakes. We're all human. Don't put up with the BS. Certainly don't. Set your boundaries. But also, you know, let your guard down. Understand that relationships, just like everything else in the sky and our solar system, go through cycles. So it could just be a portion of the cycle that you're going through in your relationship. As I'm saying that, cycles, Wheel of Fortune. Whew. Two of Cups is certainly a soul contract. Yeah, you're meant to work through this, you know, through time. With time, I guess I should say. The Death card. There's meant to be some sort of transformation here. And I'm getting it more as like, I'm not going to read that, but I'm taking a mental note of that. Three of Cups. Somebody could also have a little bit of an overindulgence problem, partying problem. Also, friends and family could be interfering or mingling in the connection. That could have been what I was picking up on when I said somebody's like putting their 2 cents in on your relationship. Nine of Swords. Yeah, you don't want this connection to end. So that's something that you need to address. If you're having anxiety over this, if you're losing sleep over this, if you're worrying about this, like you're in denial if you think you actually want this to end, because I don't think you do. So you need to be honest with yourself about that first and foremost. And then you need to take the, you know, one step in front of the other, or 1 foot in front of the other. I'm getting my sayings all mixed around today. But this is just part of a cycle, you know, that you're going through is what I'm reading for. At least if this is your reading, this is what I'm reading for you guys. It just feels like a cycle. So there is some compassion and some empathy that needs to be had on both sides. Honest conversations, boundaries, most importantly, like don't put up with the BS, but stand your ground, know your worth, which I think you do know your worth because we've had the Empress card come out several times. You know, be willing to put up a fight, but most importantly, get that spark back, get that passion back, and bring some zest back into the relationship. So that is all I have for you, my beautiful Virgos. Personal readings, you know where, down in the description box in the pinned comment. But I think that's all I have for you, Virgo. So I will see you next time. Bye.